tomorrow may be a relatively quiet day in between. Outside right now, it's all quiet. We've got some patchy clouds around 80 degrees. There is a weak front. It is draped just north of Austin, and it was responsible for one lonely storm, Lake Buchanan in northeast Llano County earlier. It was strong enough that it prompted a severe thunderstorm warning and a flood advisory, long since dissipated. So from this system to this system. It's a potent upper-level storm that's going to be pushing its way into the Central Plains, and we will be close enough and have enough instability and moisture for maybe some storms. Now, this is tomorrow's outlook, where Oklahoma and northwest Texas and the Panhandle will see the brunt of the severe weather threat. But by Thursday, that threat shifts to the east and does include our area. Austin in a level 1 of 5 threat, Milam County, parts of Wilco and Lee County in a level 2 threat. This does not apply to tomorrow. Tomorrow you could see some patchy drizzle paving the way for a high of 92. Today we hit 93. So very similar, very humid. Hour by hour forecast. By midday, starting to break out into sunshine. By afternoon, looking good, all quiet. There might be an isolated storm or two that tries to develop late tomorrow night. So I'm going to put in a 20% chance, though most areas will stay dry. Then fast forward to Thursday. Small chance we could see storms roll in as early as the morning for parts of our area, but the potential for heavier storms also exists through the midday and on into the afternoon hours as well. And we could see multiple rounds of storms as another front may try to make its way toward our area. Once that pushes through, guess what? The switch will flip. The other direction will go to dry and hot weather. Some locations, by the way, if you're lucky, could see over an inch of rain. Other areas may be largely skipped. In terms of temperatures, 92 tomorrow, severe weather risk on Thursday, 87, a little cooler with the rain. Then look at this, the first triple-digit temperatures of the year coming on Saturday. Mother's Day, a record high, also 100. We'll be right back. Right now, I'm tracking heat on the way by this weekend and the possibility of some pretty nasty storms on Thursday. Tomorrow may be a relatively quiet day in between. Outside right now, it's all quiet. We've got some patchy clouds around 80 degrees. There is a weak front. It is draped just north of Austin, and it was responsible for one lonely storm, Lake Buchanan in northeast Llano County earlier. It was strong enough that it prompted a severe thunderstorm warning and a flood advisory, long since dissipated. So from this system to this system. It's a potent upper-level storm that's going to be pushing its way into the Central Plains, and we will be close enough and have enough instability and moisture for maybe some storms. Now, this is tomorrow's outlook, where Oklahoma and northwest Texas and the Panhandle will see the brunt of the severe weather threat. But by Thursday, that threat shifts to the east and does include our area. Austin in a level 1 of 5 threat, Milam County, parts of Wilco and Lee County in a level 2 threat. This does not apply to tomorrow. Tomorrow you could see some patchy drizzle paving the way for a high of 92. Today we hit 93. So very similar, very humid. Hour by hour. It's Chicago Windler. Hi Colby, how are you doing? Thanks for checking in. So this right here is where Ewok used to be sitting here sleeping, and he just went downstairs. So I'm wondering if he's going to come back, because this was the Ewok cam and he is officially not there. Meanwhile, Skipper is asleep over. Oh, he's not asleep. Skipper, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? He's looking at me going, no, I'm good. Well, so if Ewok doesn't show up, then the Ewok cam will just be empty and be waiting for him. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Thank you for checking in. It is, there he is. There's the Ewok. I knew you would show up for us. We get a little Ewok cameo. Good boy. All right, so let's get to it and talk about the weather. First things first, I thought I would start, not to scare you, but just to show you one of the computer models in. This is no joke, you guys. This is the GFS computer model. It's the American computer model, and this is the late night run that just came in. Okay, look at these high temperatures. Just look at them. I don't know that this is necessarily going to pan out, but it is showing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the triple digits. Oh, now I'm getting Ewok in my lap. And then it is also showing potential for triple digits the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th of the month. Are you kidding me? So I don't know if it's actually going to come to fruition, but I think it's definitely worth monitoring. Meantime, here's my forecast. Not quite as extreme as you could see, but I do think there's the possibility that we could see some pretty good heat. You know what? For some reason, my feed on my page is not showing up here. I thought I fired it up, but it doesn't look like it's working. Very strange. It shows it's on, but I don't see it on my feed. Very, very weird. But we will continue onward. Huh, it's so weird. Yeah, it's not showing up. Anyway, here's a look at your forecast. We've got isolated late storms possible Wednesday, not necessarily probable though. As we look ahead to Thursday, severe thunderstorms can't be ruled out. Friday, partly cloudy. Saturday could be our first day of triple-digit temperatures so far in 2022. Maybe I should shift it this way because he's in my lap now. We're sitting down here. There's a good boy. Now we get the walker cam. Let me see if I can get your face in here, Skip, or not Skippy, Ewok. There you go. I'm like any typical parent that can't say their names of their kids because you get them all mixed up, right? I get them all mixed up. I know you're Ewok. I know, and you know what, Ewok? Today is Star Wars Day. Today is Star Wars Day just for you. May the Force be with you. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, happy May 4th. Star Wars Day. Friday up to 94, and that Friday temperature could be considerably warmer. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being quite a bit warmer. Then Saturday, Sunday, right now I'm forecasting triple digits for both of those days. And then it's also going to be pretty warm on Monday and Tuesday of next week as well. So, I mean, we definitely have some heat on the way. In case you're wondering, if we hit triple digits, oh yes, all the love. If we hit triple digits on Saturday, that will tie for the second earliest triple digit high temperature on record at Camp Mabry. So, I mean, this is a pretty big deal. All right, I'm pretty convinced that for some reason the other feed is just not working. It's not showing up in, like, I usually will check my phone to make sure it's going through. It's not going through. So anyway, we do have potential of seeing some storms around. If we do get any storms that are nasty and severe, you can always download our CBS Austin weather app. Dixie, hi, thank you for checking in tonight. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. All right, I'm gonna run through this, and it's kind of concerning that the other feed isn't working, so I'm gonna actually deactivate. Oh, thank you. So Ewok is a terrier mix. We don't quite know which, but he is some type of terrier. And he's, we got him a summer cut, but when he doesn't have a summer cut, he's just a big, fluffy mess, and we love him so much. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, just because I wanna make sure that the feed works on the other page, I am going to deactivate it, and I'm going to try to fire it back up again. It's so weird that it didn't go. All right, so that's what I'm going to do now. Bear with me while I load it up again, and hopefully it'll actually work. But yeah, I have both of the boys are terriers. We just don't know what they're mixed with, if you will. But let me see if I can get this to work. And I'm going to start that back up. And hopefully it does the trick. We'll see. It shows us up. I'm going to double check and see on my phone if it's actually working. And how weird. It doesn't show up. At least not yet. Huh. Oh no, there it is. Voila, it worked. Yeah, for whatever reason it wasn't working earlier, but now it is officially working. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't fire up earlier. Okay, so with that said, we have 5 minutes until we flip the script over to all the weather graphics being, you know how they always change by one day. Chris Bennett in the house, Pacific Northwest, how you doing? All right, so I'm going to share the 7-day forecast one more time. Important notes are severe thunderstorms possible Thursday. That'll be our coolest day of the week.
Laura, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. Sally, hi. Then on Saturday, if we hit 100, it won't be a record. The record is 102, but it will be the second, it will tie for second earliest first 100-degree day. Mother's Day, if we hit 100, May the 8th, the current record is 99. We could break it. Monday's record is 99. I'm forecasting 98. Tuesday's record is 96. We could tie that. I mean, this is pretty crazy weather, if you ask me. Chris says, is it May or January? I can't tell up here. See, you are getting the cool weather. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you the nation's temperatures as we speak. Ron checking in from Fayette County. How you doing? Sally, Mac. I did have Ewok sitting in my lap just a moment ago. Right here, this was the Ewok camp. Oh, you guys. I'm going to show you where the boys are right now. They're so sweet. All right, let me see if I can get I've got to flip the camera. See if I can get it to work. Back camera. There they are. Sorry about the mess in the background. There they are. See the boys? They're both all over there. Aww. All right, I'm going to flip it back over to the front camera because that way you don't have to look at the mess. So you'll just get double angles of me if you want. Oh, wait, or maybe not. There we go. You get the side view. Anyway, so looking at the country, there's definitely a pocket of colder air that you can see right through here. And there's Pacific Northwest sitting around 49, 50 degrees there, while we are sitting at 76. But it's worth noting there's a front that is literally just to the north of Austin as we speak. Dixie says they're snuggling. Yeah, they're both sleeping there together. I should find a good spot where I could set that camera up so that you can see both of them without all the clutter. So your setup's gotten fancy with the puppy cams. I know, if only they would behave, right? If only they'd go where I want them to go. Actually, we have the stand-in here. This is gonna do the trick. We've got fake puppy. He's gonna sit right next to me, and we're gonna put him in the. Let me see if he'll stand up. There we go. Gonna set the camera just so. All right, fake camera puppy alert. There you go. He's gonna sit right next to me. Danny, how you doing? Thank you for checking in. Late night on a Tuesday night / Wednesday morning, the 4th. So yeah, it is. It's pretty cold out, way out west. All right, now let's take a look at these storm chances. This is the big thing. I don't know for sure how it's all going to pan out. Computer models don't have consistency as far as how much rain and placement, that kind of thing. But I will say with the front, not this one that we're looking at now, but a front that is going to be moving in close to us on Thursday, there's potential that we could see some nasty storms. So here we stand, and you can see that that front is basically just to the north of downtown Austin. Anywhere north of the front is actually dealing with either east or even slightly northeasterly winds. And it's nice in Granger and Georgetown in the 60s. But then it's 10 degrees warmer in Austin. Makes a huge difference. Oh, and the front, I don't know if you just saw that update, the front's retreating back to the north. So we're going to see slightly cooler air retreat, and the more humid air continue to push off toward the north and off toward the west. So this front currently is starting to make its retreat back to the north. Okay, meantime, next up, look at this system that's over Colorado. It is bringing snow into the Rockies. It's also got some storms over Denver. This is our next weather maker. It is going to be a slow mover. So tomorrow, the severe weather threat will be basically to our north and west. And then by Thursday, it will be over our area. So this is our Thursday severe thunderstorm threat. As you can see, and the Storm Prediction Center hasn't updated this yet, but they will. As of now, it's showing a level 2 of 5 risk for all of Milam County, much of Lee County, much of Williamson County, and even a portion of Northeast Travis County. And then a level 1 of 5 threat for pretty much the rest of our area. So just keep in mind that is where we stand. Now, I also want to show you what the outlook is for Wednesday. So let me go ahead and plot this on here for Wednesday. Oh, you know what? Storm Prediction Center hasn't updated yet. So they did update the Thursday outlook, but they haven't updated the Wednesday outlook. Just trust me on this one. Wednesday, there's probably going to be some storms to our north and to the west because it's after 1 a.m. See, that's what happens, the gremlins. All right, so let me show you the Thursday hour-by-hour forecast. I gotta wait till 2:30 for that date. Yeah, it's way too late. So here is a potential look at how Thursday may play out. As you can see, and I'm going to back it up just a little bit. So let's say 3:30 in the morning on Thursday, we're waiting, we're wondering, will there be some storms moving in? And then as we head toward early morning, there could be a few storms. This isn't quite as aggressive as it was with an earlier computer model run, but there could be some storms that try to move in from the south and push across our eastern and southeastern areas. Then as we head through the day, a few showers and storms can't be ruled out through around lunchtime. And then on toward 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see pretty distinctly that the front may be right in here because out in the hill country, winds are out of the northwest and we're in the southwest ahead of the front. What was interesting looking at this latest computer model is it wasn't nearly as heavy on the storms nor bullish. So this is actually backed off a little bit from earlier. Interesting. And then everything pretty much is out of here by Thursday, and then that'll pave the way for super warm / hot air to move in for the upcoming weekend. On Friday, we may actually see clouds give way to sunshine and temperatures soar well into the 90s. A southwesterly wind on Friday will be one of the main components as a ridge of high pressure builds in across our area, and we're talking steamy hot weather expected, especially by afternoon on Friday, out in places like Mason, Llano, and Burnett, where it's possible you could see close to triple digits already on Friday, only to be eclipsing that as we head through Saturday and Sunday. So there you go. Friday, there could be triple digits in Mason and Llano. We could be well through the 90s, all the way through the I-35 corridor on Friday, only to pave the way for even hotter temperatures on Saturday. So I'm kind of curious to see what this latest computer model is showing in terms of rainfall, because it didn't look as impressive as what I put on the news earlier. And let me see. Sure enough, it has dropped down considerably in the amounts of rain. Earlier, this same computer model was showing over 1 inch of rain for a few pockets. So maybe not quite as much rain, but definitely looks like the heat is on. Laura says, time for the first sunburn. No sunburns. Wear your sunscreen. All the sunscreen, all the time. But yeah, kind of disappointed it's not showing quite as much in the way of rain. Let's check a different computer model just for a second opinion. This next one is the HER computer model, the HRRR, and I'm going to pull it back so we can show the same progression of Thursday just to see. Okay, and it does look like it's showing a little bit more in the way of storm activity. So here's Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and here we are at Thursday at 7 a.m. Pretty quiet. Now we're pushing toward lunchtime, nothing much, just generally light rain. Now on toward the afternoon. So let me back this up a little bit. So it looks as though this computer model is trying to blossom in some heavier storms Thursday afternoon through Burnett County, through Williamson County, maybe as far south as Travis County, getting a couple of storms in here. And then as we push toward the afternoon, everything shifts eastward toward Highway 77, Rockdale, Giddings, and then off to the east toward Bryan College Station area as well. And then as we look our way toward around 8 o'clock on Thursday evening, the last of the storms making a beeline off toward the south and east through Fayette County and beyond. So this computer model is actually showing a bit more in the way of heavier rainfall potential. Oops, sorry. So I'm kind of curious about how much this one is giving us in terms of totals. Let me see if I can find that for you. It's in here, I promise. Oh, found it. It only took me 5 minutes, but I found it. Hanson asking where Aquaman is. Bring that rain. All right, so let's see what her computer model is doing. Okay, well, it doesn't have a lot of rain for a lot of us, but it certainly does show a lot for Rockdale. Look at that. Perhaps some areas through parts of Wilco, parts of Milam, parts of Lee, and even parts of Fayette County. If you buy into this computer model, could get some pretty impressive rainfall totals. Interesting trend though. Earlier it looked like the hill country could see some of the highest totals. Now it's looking like the hill country, which needs the rain the most, might be somewhat left out. All right, so let's go look at a different set of computer models. This is going to be on the left-hand side, the American computer model, and on the right-hand side, the European computer model. And let's see where the latest... Just to confuse you even more, remember how I just showed you the heaviest rain out here on that previous one? This computer model is showing absolutely nothing for Bastrop getting, well, I don't say absolutely nothing, very little. Curtis Dobbins, hello, hello. And in contrast, it is bringing the heaviest of the rain into the hill country. And then the European computer model has some of the heaviest rain as well in the hill country, but it also includes heavier rain across parts of Bastrop, areas of Fayette, parts of Lee County as well. And then obviously the other computer model I just showed you was showing the heaviest of all across Milam County and Rockdale. So clearly there's a lot of disagreement still, but at least we're going to see some rain, which is good. We definitely need it for the drought. All right, so there you have it. In terms of temperatures, the biggest story, and I'm going to go ahead and log off this computer and we will hop over to the other one. I want you guys to take a look at this. And I don't think this will actually necessarily materialize, but I do think it's important to note that the latest run tonight of it's called the Deterministic Gfs Forecast, is showing not just a couple of days in triple digits, but it's showing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then it's showing the following Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all in triple digits. Again, probably not going to actually happen, but if you were to buy into it, the temperature forecast for Wednesday, May 18th, 108, hello, and it's showing 103 for both Saturday and Sunday. I'm not ready for that, not yet. Just to offset those crazy numbers, I shall show you the contrast, which is highs in the 80s if you were buying into the European computer model. But what a difference, that is for sure. So honestly, we'll just have to take it little by little and see how things go. In terms of the severe weather threat, again, things are updating as we speak. Okay, Tuesday's threat level map is in. There we go. So it's showing, and this is the one that was just issued, it's showing the areas of slight and enhanced risk through northwest Texas and then into areas right along the Red River and into Oklahoma. So that is your enhanced risk. Now let's take a look at the tornado threat, which the 10%, which is in the yellow, I'll go ahead and zoom this in for you a little bit. So it's showing you the 10% risk through Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls, and that hatched area means potential of tornadoes that are EF2 or greater. So it is likely to be a tornado kind of day across areas to our north on Wednesday. Talking about winds, a 30% chance of damaging wind on Wednesday to our north. And finally, talking about hail. Hail also has what we call a hatched area, and that corresponds to potential for hail of 2 inches in diameter or greater. So we're talking significant hail threat, we're talking significant tornado threat, damaging wind threat, none of which will be in our area here across Austin. But definitely bears watching. I do think it's important, since the outlook for Thursday is in, to check and see what. Oh no, Thursday's outlook. I was going to see if we had the one that includes our area with the specific outline of the risks, and so far it hasn't been issued yet, so we got to wait longer for it. But for now, we are in a level 1 threat. Oh, it's not letting me draw. Do it one more time. A level 1 threat, she says. No, it's still not letting me draw. Anyway, across the Austin area, and then a level 2 threat across Milam County. But it'd be interesting to see the how everything pans out on Wednesday. And folks in North Texas, Oklahoma, Northwest Texas, we should say May the 4th be with them, because it looks like a significant severe weather threat yet again. It's been a busy spring, hasn't it? So yeah, that's definitely bears watching. Let's see. Laura says you legit skips spraying. Dixie says, oh no. Hanson was going to ask if it was Skipper sleeping with his eyes open. Yeah, fake Skipper. He's the stand-in, because the real Skipper and Ewok are both cuddled up together next to each other. I just don't have a good camera angle on them. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how everything plays out on Wednesday to our north, and then on Thursday here in our area. Let me show you one more thing while I'm thinking about it. I think I can zoom in on the severe weather settings here and get you a little bit of a better look at the areas that are under those risk levels. So, oh, and I need to turn off some extra stuff. Let me go ahead and take this off. Bear with me for just a sec. There we go. This will be a much cleaner view for you, so that you can see the threat levels for Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we've got just general thunderstorms possible across Austin. So don't worry about severe weather threat, in other words. But as we head to the north and west, this does include a sliver of our area through Mason and Llano counties under the marginal risk, and that's going to be a level 1 risk across Mason and Llano counties. And now let's go ahead and show the slight risk, which is going to be in yellow, and that's going to include San Angelo up to Abilene, Fort Worth, Denton, Plano, and then the heightened risk is going to be OKC, Norman, Wichita Falls, Lawton, and Edmond, and those spots are all in the level 3 of 5 severe weather risk. So as mentioned, tornado threat right there. Not good. 10% threat and significant tornadoes possible. The wind threat right there. 30% chance, and that does include areas south and east of Oklahoma City. And then the hail threat, in this hatched area where you can see the little lines like this, that's where hail larger than 2 inches in diameter will be possible. And just to put your minds at ease, I will zoom on down to Austin to show you that there is no hail being highlighted for Austin. There are no damaging winds being highlighted for Austin, and there is no tornado threat for Austin on Wednesday. So at least that's, somewhat better. Let's see. Calfrospan, will Austin get tornadoes? Does not look like Austin will get tornadoes. Looks like areas to the north, especially through Oklahoma and Northwest Texas, have the best possibility. Hanson's calling it a night. Yeah, Laura, that's true. The moderate risk seems like it has been kind of popular lately. I'm going to call it a night too. Thank you guys for checking in. We're not going to stay up till 2:30 for the next day 2 outlook to come out, and that would be the one for Thursday, which would include our area. Instead, enjoy this quiet night and gear up for watching storms to the north. Anytime there are storms up in Oklahoma, my family lives there, so I'm always keeping an eye out. And I usually will text my mom and dad and text my older sister and just be like, hey, how's everything going? Hope you're being safe. Just to make sure that they're keeping an eye on the weather, which I know that they will. And having grown up in Oklahoma, it's kind of par for the course there. So hopefully the worst will dodge people and people will stay weather aware. We shall see. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining as always. May the 4th be with you. That's right. You can always check in on our website, cbsaustin.com, and Avery will have your forecast first thing in the morning on CBS Austin starting at 4:30 a.m. Thanks for staying up so late. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.